was talking, oh, I am an uncompromising believer in United Nigeria. I said, you are deceiving yourself. We never agree. He came to me 3 days ago in my village. I was just looking at you. I said, you talking like this? He said, if we meet this election, we will never be free again. A non-Christian, a non-northerner, a non-southerner, and a northerner will never be president.
Did you hear that?
That is their plan. Right now,
I don't know if you
they are all vying to vote for ATIKU.
Of course.
Did you hear that?
Of course.
That should be emphasized. He knows now, because now let's start from the beginning. From everything he has said so far, you can see that he already knows that these people have decided that it's good to be ATIKU. Yes. You can see again that he already knows that OBI cannot win from the way it is, from the way they are programmed it. And now he is telling you that if they take the power will never go back to the south again. A non-Muslim can never be this thing. And he already knew that OBI cannot win. He knows that Tinubu, you will see where he talked about Tinubu. OBI own has been taken out. You will see where he talked about Tinubu. So he knows that ATIKU is going to win. They are going to give it to ATIKU, not as if he's going to win. And he knows that the Fulani will never allow the power to go back to the south or Christians again. Yet, well, let's continue.
And Okwadike made emphasize on this same thing. From everything Okwadike said, OBI is not going to win. That they are going to hand over to Fulani. So what are you waiting for?
I'm waiting for the election.
Jettisoning their candidate to get in order to be there. How they will do it, we will see. But you must be prepared. I don't want you to be said that use that mandate and make it clear that OBI is the president of Nigeria. Anything done to the contrary, they should know that. And I've been saying this before now. If you don't restructure for us to have an agreed constitution, and you don't revert us to the constitution of independence, forget Nigeria. And I also said before, please, just recollect yourself. You are not talking about just making a speech for campaign. I have always advocated change this constitution before the election. There's too much of loopholes in it.
Here is another Erasmus is like this video self, because this point people wait there inside the studio go forget many of the points.
No, you can be. I told you that this video is going to be a full program, so you can be playing it and discuss it as it goes, because this man opened a lot of cans of worms here. He's playing everything.
Mazi, can I talk, please?
Oh, go on now, but be brief. But everybody will want to talk will just be brief, I beg, because the video plenty.
No, Mazi, before I talk, I've listened to this video like more than 10 times. The only thing I picked from there, have you ever seen anybody in the East spoke like this man?
For where?
So what are we waiting to visit where we come from? This is my statement. I've been crying about this thing. You know, when
look at it. Wait, person behind Eze, listen. That man with red cap beside him is Wodo near Wodo. He was
Mazi, I know. That's what I've watched this video several times since he made this statement. That's why I stated to you now. Even there's some certain, even I tried to reach out to you today, but I know you are very busy, you know, because I decided not to. Because when it comes to freedom and when it comes to the front line, I've been in the little front line in Lagos before. If you remember the time of Yoruba people and Hausa people, let me say Hausa people, Fulani people in Lagos during the time of OPC, you know, I can remember you 1999, during the time of OPC, I was in Lagos. I've seen what happened. So all these things we are talking for, there's one thing about the country where we reside. These people are a bunch of the evil, the guys, when they say evil, the evil behind these people, I don't know the planet these people came from. You understand me now? And me personally, every one of us in diaspora, we have been eating shit since we are in diaspora. Big shit, like we are nobody. Souls are dying every day by day. How many of our brothers are in prison? Outside, I not show good life in Obodo. I not show resident permit. I not show passport. One day we have been suffering. Many are called in this struggle. Many are called, but few are chosen. The dedicated ones are ready to pay their life for it. I am one of them. I'm not high to show it. I'm not high to speak it here today. You see, the visitation of we going back to Biafraland is all is what I'm waiting for every day. Whose day they will put across this call? Whose day they will call upon this call? Because this thing is not what we have to be talking, analyzing, my brother. If we don't do something, my brother, we cannot even go home again. I was listening to your program today where they block Mazi Sonny. You know, I don't know who is next again. They block Mazi Simon Ekpa. These people, they have every gadget in their hand, which is the finance, to bribe every loopholes.
Financial power.
You understand me now? And I have Baka logo. I've been speaking about this thing. That's why I made a fear, because I've been in the front line. I told you before, one day I was privileged to be in Kirikiri Yard when I met what is the name? Mustafa, the commander of Abacha. And then I met Maurice Tibegwe and Ade Bendel in Kirikiri Yard. 2002. Even Mustafa gave me because went to play football against the prisoners.
Yeah, sorry to distract you a little. We don't want too much to digress too much from the main this thing, because you have already converted. You already know the problem. You already know the danger. A lot of people are listening on. A lot of people are not in the position where you are. A lot of people have not seen the truth, and those people need to be hearing this truth from the right people who has been there for over how many years. So it is important. So let's narrow down the discussion on this video. It's very important.
Okay, brother, when you are talking about, brother, when you are talking about this video, me and you, or all of us here, who is a child here? What is the reason why I'm here?
Listen, we must listen to this video, because there are many things to learn here. Maybe you know other people.
He does not understand. No, he does not understand. I'm not against you. Yeah, I'm not against you. What I'm saying is, you are not at the same level of Biafra with other people.
I'm not cutting you. I have my leader, Mazin Nakalo. Is this man saying is what Mazin Nakalo have taught me and taught every one of us here? Is it different from what Mazin Nakalo, even the prophecy Mazin Nakalo have given to us, more than what this man is saying? I'm not saying we shouldn't listen to him.
Okay, hold on, everybody, relax. Hold on, wait. I'll be asking questions. When I ask you, you go according to my question. So now, hold on. Everybody, relax. Make you calm down. To avoid distraction and...
If you don't restructure for us to have an agreed constitution, and you don't revert us to the constitution of independence, forget Nigeria. And I often said before, please, just recollect yourself. You are not talking about just making a speech for campaign. I have always advocated change this constitution before the election. There's too much of loophole in it. Nobody supported me.
Okay, now, Mazi Maxwell, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, abeg, wetin be your take for this constitution and the election wey him talk last? This is last sentence now. Wetin you think?
You
I
know,
believe you understand him.
yes, I've been here for quite some time right now. So, you see, my position is this. I was in active service when the constitution was handed over to Obasanjo. The constitution that was drafted by the northern Muslim dominated military senior officers. That's number one. That constitution said, we Nigeria, it wasn't Nigerians. That is where, from that first sentence that is on that constitution, made that constitution a fraud. And any president, including Peter Obi, that is going to operate with the same constitution is going to operate under the control of the Northern Caliphate control government, the Kabas in the north. This is what our people doesn't know. If you listen to this, my great uncle and father, he said, the constitution is the problem. What is the constitution? That is the system that is in operation as we speak right now. What is that constitution? That constitution made the north superior over the entire south. How do you want to tell me that an individual from the southern part of Nigeria will make any positive change and make life easy without going against the north that set up that constitution? That is the problem. The man say, drop the constitution. If there is any election that is going to hold in Nigeria, that constitution must be removed. Have they removed that constitution? The answer is no. And these people are not ready to tamper with that constitution. The only thing that they are doing is tinkering it, trying to make it work. How can you make a demonic, a very barbaric constitution document to work for the interest of the people from the north? I said it and I will continue to say that 1999 constitution is anti-Southern Nigeria. The earlier our people begin to understand this, the better for them. You cannot do anything with this constitution. It made them majority in the National Assembly. You saw what happened during Goodluck Jonathan. He couldn't operate. He could not. This one that came because he favors them, look at what he is doing. Nepotism, abuse of character, what do they call it? Federal character. Has anybody come out to challenge them? Because they are majority in the National Assembly. You cannot challenge them. That is how it is. So for me, this particular one, I am not in support of whatever this man is saying. Yes, what he saying, they agreed. The Afenifere called Peter Obi and told Peter Obi that once he get there, he must restructure Nigeria. But how visible, how tenable that will be is for the future to tell. For me, no election in Biafraland. God bless you.
Sonny, you don't come back.
We have one Kogosha that come in here before. Has he gone out?
I don't know why he come out. It be like say now he come inside our fundraising that day.
His name
Okay,
is
His Highness, I beg just 2 minutes. Well, tell us your view.
Good evening, everyone. I greet everybody.
There was sir.
Okay, it's just like what we were saying in the afternoon. You can see the difference between a Yoruba elder and an Igbo elder, in the sense that Pa Adebanjo went straight to the point, illustrating the situation from the Adams to the contemporary. Whereas Okwadike, one of the elders in the Igbo land, was because the two characters are very important, for what we are doing now, for the situation into which we are. While Adebanjo went straight to the point, enumerating everything. The other one, the elder from Igbo side, was Igmaroli, in the sense that I remember that I said that they themselves are only interested about the structures, the buildings, the bed in Kanu, in Lagos, and in many other wrong places. Instead of defending life, they are defending inanimate objects.
Honestly.
So Adebanjo is very straight to the point, whereas the other one was rigmarolin. So we go forward for our freedom. Thank
Simple.
you. Thank you so much. Biafra battle cry.
Yes. They will. My people.
2 minutes. Go.
Yeah, I heard all of you. Like our brother used to just said already. I want to echo one or two things there. Like he said, there is difference between capital D and the hoof. That is the cow leg. So this elder statement here, Banjo have even spoken very well. He hit hammer on the land, whereas our own person was like driven up and he doesn't want to land to the base. So he's interested about the zoo, but he's not interested about the life that is being wasted and the life that is about to waste. So the constitution this elder statesman here is saying to be amended before the election, although it is now the stage we are now, it is medicine after death. We don't want their constitution, we don't want their country again. It is too late because it is not today that we'll be ringing it. Mending constitution now is for those that want to answer Nigeria, but less for us, we are going to our destination. There's no turning back, just like Prophet Joshua, that time will come, people will call for referendum. We'll call for dialogue. People you are calling for dialogue will say they are not interested again. I think that is the stage we are now. We are not interested in dialogue. We are not interested in restructuring anymore. To hell with all of them. We don't want them again. We want to go our separate way because we don't have anything in common. Traditionally, culturally, religionally, nothing in common at all. Spiritually, we are not in common. Thank you, Biafrans.
Eze, what do you want to say?
My brother, the only thing I want to say is that waiting they disturb me there for my papa house. The person will sell me, they my papa house. And these northern people, there's some huge amount of money, a huge amount of video they have about our people who is the president in every president, every governmental this thing. They have given them a lot of money and they say they have secret videos.
Yes.
They have that. That is why they know that if they speak any pen, they will play the video.
Yeah, they play the video.
They will play the video. That is why I live with these people. I don't know how to put this word between, between man and man, they do them. And they take oaths because there's like a secret court. And that secret court, have you ever seen any Fulani man that come to the east to meet any Zendibo and kneel down?
Have you?
No. Every of them that goes to the north, they will wear you the attire. And there's other video you will not see. That is the oath they take, the agreement. That is why you see what they did to Rogers Okrocha in Abuja. Because every one of them has big mansion in the north where they go to hide their face. That is why since they did with Rogers Okrocha, have you seen him talk again? The only thing he knows is turn to pastor. So these people you see, so they are our problem. Because waiting they kill us today. Now our house is day. The house enemy. Now our house is day. And when this problem will start, it has already started. All of them are, even Hope Uzodinma is not in Imo State. He's in Abuja since. The only time he has to do anything I have to do with campaign, he just come and fly back because he knows that something is going to fish him out. You understand me now? So me, I'm not pampering this thing. As far as Mazen Nadekalu is there, I am not pampering any of them because they are the people that kept us in these captivities. The northern people don't have power over us. They don't have. The only power they have, because every mineral resource is from the east. Since I was born till today, we cannot develop River Niger, and they say we are rich. What type of richness do we have? Look at what they did in Lagos. That Lagos seaport they do now is for Dangote, where they're still going to be minering our oil. We're exporting it. Brother, I'm not, you see, Nigeria is not, you see, this country we are, my brother, since my mama born me to today, it's always the same, let's pray for Nigeria. It's always the same time, prophecy. My brother, these people are banking, buying houses in America, buying houses, every of them have mansion in abroad. Their children, none of them go to even secondary school in that country. They reside, they are governing. Until today, that's why we are coming, use 10,000, 2 million to come to Europe to still suffer again. My brother, what is wrong with us?
What is wrong?
It's better for me to die and for my children to inherit my sufferness. I rest my case.
Thank you.
No, Erasmus, you're back. So I don't know if you have anything to contribute before we go on.
No. Basically, what I just want to say is, most of these videos, the man is not saying anything different from what me and you already know. No. And almost everybody in the studio here are already aware, right?
Yeah.
But the reason why this is important is for those who are not yet aware, because if you listen to everything this man has said so far, he has explained to you the reason why you need to stop the election from holding. I just want to get that very clear. He explained clearly why you don't need to allow the election to hold. So when you get to the point where he missed it, we will still analyze it. But from everything he has said so far, he has made it very clear to us that it has already been planned that the North wants to make sure that they vote for just their candidate, who's ATIKU.
Bam.
And he made it clear that OBI, the way it is, he has no chance whatsoever in that explanation that he gave. You will see the aspect where he's talking about this guy as well, Tinubu. So, and he made it clear to everybody also that once they take the power, that they will never give it to any Southerner ever again, that you become slave forever. So this is waking up the consciousness of every Southerner. Do you want to remain a slave forever, like Adeban just said, or you want to break free from being a slave? And the only way to do it is to stop validating the 2023 election, because you're not going to wait and vote, because that's where he's missing it. That's where we differ. You are not going to wait, because what he is suggesting is, let us vote, even when you already know that Peter Obi is going to lose.
Exactly.
But let us see another one, because he made something very clear. He said, let us do it. Let it be clear that we did it. You understand? Then if it does not win, then we'll break away. It doesn't make sense. You know why? Because the international community are watching. The international community are sending delegates to come to Nigeria for the election. And if the caliphate, which is, they will be able to do it because they have the INEC, they have the police, they have this thing. If they are able to make it look as if the election was relatively free and fair, and you now lose the election and now come out and say, we don't want again.
We don't agree, we disagree.
Yes, the international community will now support the then president, who is going to be ATIKU, to fight you. Because then it will not be a situation of, it's because you are a bad loser.
You lose.
That's why you are fighting.
And that's why you are coming to tell us no.
Yes, that's where it's missing it. So the solution is knowing fully whether the election already is already rigged to favor them. The solution is to say, because you are even talking about restructuring. The solution is to say, If you don't change this constitution, I'm talking about from his part, not
Yes,
me.
yes,
I'm not interested in
yes.
Nigeria at all. If you don't change this constitution, we are not even going to join in this election at all. That is the only
Exactly.
solution he should
That
have
was
said.
where I was going. Exactly.
Yeah, we can continue.
Okay. Sonny, are you there? It's like your network is too bad today.
When I was even saying, hey, we must do this thing now before the election. If you don't do the constitution, we won't go anywhere. There is no time. I want to beg all of you here. I believe you are all sincere freedom fighters. You are not just for an election. As somebody said, go back. Go and work like jackass. Go and make sure that anybody is going to deprive your generation, your children, their freedom and their rights, you will fight your last blood. I ask you, what do you have to get from this election? Next April, I'll be 95. Has God not done enough for me? What's my business whether Nigeria is right or wrong? I have no children going to school. I have no children looking for a job. I have trained them, and they should train themselves, but I have grandchildren. And when those of us who believe we fought for independence, as the Biafraland often say, it is the Awolowo and Azikiwe that fought for the independence of this country, and I can claim I was a good follower. These people want to continuously oppress us now, say they don't want independence. It was that agitation we had that the colonial office said, all right, those who don't want independence, those who want self-government, you can have it in 1956. They don't say they are not ready. Because they are not as advanced, they are not as educated as we are. So they said, the colonial office said, well, until you have all your own self-government, you give your independence. You all remember
When I get the point, when I hear them,
Yes,
no
sir.
be today the North don't they control. They were controlling before that so-called independence. They have been controlling before 1960, where they claim say they get independence. Because you no go school, the other people no go day free.
Yes.
not that now have the independence, self-government 1959, and we have our independence 1960. We are going on an agreeing. The autonomy is there. How long do the free education there? Or did the agricultural development? South to do develop all this education following what we did in the Western region. How long be the Battle of Ife? He be the Amadu Bello. That was on until those who are not satisfied with the position of fairness and equity changed the constitution in 1966 by staging a coup. It is that enforced constitution that we are battling with now.
Exactly.
And that's what you want to get rid of. They won't get it off easily. Mind you, freedom is never granted. It's fought for. And you should be prepared to fight for it. By all means.
Whose language you want me to understand again when my papa they tell me for my eye face to face?
You see, one thing we must understand is that these people have told us everything. We should not be expecting a man like this to tell you, go and take Yoruba nation, go and take Biafra nation. No. He have told you, go and get your freedom. Not be by election, because election is not by force. He is telling you it is not given, it is taken.
Look at Mazin Nodo. Looking. Wait, brother. Look at Mazin Nodo. Looking eye now. Looking body.
He is not happy.
Because now they waiting here now. Their location when they get, that is his only thing that he came there for. Finish. You carry red cap where? Now red cap will give me light.
Eze, the old man, Pa Adebanjo spoke in riddles.
Yes,
Exactly.
for those who
Now,
can't understand the riddle.
now we have to interpret the riddles.
Right on, sir.
The question is, how are we going to do it now that these people are now in our backyards?
Mm.
Are we going to sit down and watch them? Most of our people in Biafraland, they are still telling them civil disobedience is at home. Many of them. In Abia State, I was surprised. That's my mother's ancestral home. Obi went there, see the troops that were there, see the kind of gatherings, the crowd that was there with him, singing Hallelujah, Obi, 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 Obi. Are those people now still with Mazen Namde Kanu and the IPOB Biafra agitation and the restoration of Biafra? I was speaking to a certain guy today. He's in the US, but right now he is in Abuja. He is the one that is telling me some of the things that is happening in Abuja. They said, Abuja, there is nothing like Labour Party in Abuja. I don't know if there is anybody here in the comment section that is in Abuja. He even went as far as telling me a man that they called, one of their coordinators they call in Niger State. They said they cannot even know anything, see anything, P2B in Niger State. Now, our people, Edo brothers, they are the one now that are shouting Obidati, Obidati. Where are the supporters of Obidati? What are we going to do now? These people are in our backyard, killing our people, destroying everything that is indigenous to our people. Are we going to wait until they replicate what they did in the northern Nigeria, in the southeast, south Biafra? Thank you.
Mazi, let me just stop a very good thing. See, when Obi and Wike and the rest of them, the 5G governor, when they went to UK, this is where they summarized everything with ATIKU. This matter, I already know that ATIKU is the one they want to use because their mission, Ismailization, is ATIKU have to continue. This is where they have the agreement. That's why we already know that Obi is a distraction to Biafra struggle. If not Obi is in this circle of this election, the election is already useless. Obi is the one making this election look like there's hope. If you check it, nobody want to listen. Like 2 days or 3 days ago now, every banner that has to do with PDP or APC, they are bringing it down. These people there's no election. There is no election in that country. You're going to see it face to face. The person that want to put there, we already know is Atiku Abubakar. The murderer, the one who sold the same country we are talking about. You understand? We already know all these things. But my brother Mazi Rasmus just say it here. How are we prepared? I told you 75% of we getting Biafra is we in the diaspora. My brother, see, if you've never been in a hard condition, you see the condition these people are in Biafraland. The hungry way for Biafraland. Somebody can even sell in mama because of the hunger. People that have been living in darkness for the past 50 years, people that doesn't know their left and right, people that have two faces. When Mazen and the Kalu come outside today, they will jump to Mazen and the Kalu. 101 billion%. That's why they don't want to release Mazen and the Kalu. If Mazen and the Kalu come outside today, you will not hear anything like P2B again in the East.
Of course.
This is one thing. They are not consistent in their freedom fighting. But we in the diaspora here, we have 75% because we have stable internet. We have stable information more than them. Look at now, for example, now. Not be person who get data now. Now you go check YouTube.
Just a moment. Wait. Hold on, Abeg. Cynthia, thank you for the super chat. Listen to what she wrote here. He said, is it that the black man doesn't have the right to change the map of the world he lives in, like the white man, or is it that he or they are only supposed to be to win within the borders Europeans have drawn for them. Who is this? Okay, no, that's it. So that is it. If you watch the other maps, Europeans and the other ones, they change every time that they change. Africa did the same way it did since where they drop. It did like that. No one they caught. Pastor Vam Vam Vam. Pastor Vam Vam Vam. If for enter here, can't do Vam Vam Vam. Thank you. Thank you so much, Pastor Vam Vam Vam.
It's a
Uh,
Mazugo.
yes, you wanted to say
To
something. But
to address, you see,
just be brief, I beg.
Yes, Mazen Kanu said, if you are killing Biafrans in order to become the president of Nigeria, playing the card of the caliphate, he prefer to a Fulani man to be there. When the rain is beating the slave, it will also be beating the master himself. And it is happening right now. And it is going to happen to them. The prophecy of Mazen Kanu is going to fulfill. ATIKU is going to be the president of that country.
100%.
And shame will
As if there
fall
will be election.
Yeah, but
on
Zoo will
Opito.
not exist now. Zoo will not exist beyond this month.
On Peter Obi, shame will be on Peter Obi. Let me see what these people that are clamoring for Peter Obi, especially in the southern part of Nigeria, will do the time when they will give the mantle of leadership to
But
ATIKU.
where are they going
Mazi,
to
sorry
give
to
the
cut you.
mantle?
Peter Obi know what
Where
he's
are
doing. They
they
have
going
given
to?
Peter Obi a lot of money and oil wet.
Listen,
What
we
Peter Obi
are
is
not,
doing is
listen,
just a propaganda.
wait,
He knows.
hold on. We are not discussing how possible it is for P2B to win or OB to win, what is his name, Atiku or Jagaban. Why I played this video, when Erasmus told me about this video, I watched it. Why I played it is for we to see and understand, one, that there is no point of having election when you know that you have already lost the election before thinking of having the election.
Exactly.
One. Two, I'm coming. Secondly, the point and the very most important point waiting for this video is that he has told you this election is a deceit. You are deceiving yourself. He has told Peter Obi already. If you watch the clip from the beginning, he have already said it to Peter Obi. You dey deceive yourself. Which election you want have self? He don't tell you everything. He don't tell you, say, you have to go and take your freedom. Freedom is not given. Freedom is taken by force. Now, wetin be the last sentence wey he talk? So we are not even discussing about it because there will not be election. Now, why the third point is that those fools that are believing in Obi, that when Obi lose, you will come and fight for Biafra, you will come and fight for Yoruba nation. Is it when you lose that you will know that you have to go and fight for your own? Then you've forgotten that international observers are here, as somebody said before. Then they will say, because you lost in the election, now you want to come and cause problem. You should keep quiet. That is why we must stick and stand. No election. Come what may. No election. Academic Highness, you wanted to say something.
Thank you, brothers. I just want to conclude because I want to take a French leave by remembering us what the spokesperson to the Biafran told us in one of his interventions, or what we call expose, that the level of devastation, what you call chronic devastation of our people, has deteriorated to the extent that they can no longer reason or making decision of their future. So their decision henceforth depend on Biafran people. That is it. They can no longer decide. We have to decide for them. No more election. Pa Adembajo has already said the truth as it is. So that's what I'm using to conclude before I take French leave. Please forgive me, but that is the reality. Thank you.
To support what
taking your whooping leave.
Yeah.
We have the money, we have the PhD. I am a professor for general information. People have to understand this, but not like the professors that don't understand the meaning of citizenship or the love for Africa. God did not make mistake by creating us. We are here to restore the kingdom of God. By the time we restore Biafra, Africa will be liberated. Then that question that was asked will be responded in the sense that we will be deciding on our own. No more Shantam House. Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Amen.
Yeah, see, like
Thank you.
Mazug, I wanted to say something. You see, I just want us, people that are under oppression, you don't expect. Yeah, bye-bye, bro. Bye-bye, bro. People that are under constant oppression have no say, especially in Nigeria. You see it. When they gather, they shut them. When they gather in Abeokuta, police shot one dead in Abeokuta protesting to have their money from the bank.
Yeah. Yes, that
Yesterday,
was ago.
another one was shot and badly wounded. He was trying to run away because of the excessive loss of blood. I think he was feeling dizzy. He fell into the gutter.
He collapsed in the gutter.
In the gutter, yes. That is as a result of excessive bleeding. You see, Simon Ekpa says something. I don't know whether we remember what Simon Ekpa said. Simon Ekpa said, because of what is happening in Biafraland, the occupation, the killings, the intimidation that is happening in Biafraland, our people are afraid. It is only few. You saw when our women came out, they handled them. Mothers came out, they handled them. He said, if we cannot bring Biafra from Biafraland, we will bring it from the diaspora. Who are the diaspora? The diaspora is between you and me. So we must contribute. We must do our own. We must do what we need to do in order to help our people in Biafraland that are already under the occupation of the Caliphate North. Thank you, and God bless you.
Well, thank you. Erasmus, do you have anything to say? Okay, I think we should listen to the remaining part of the video before everybody go begin their blaster.
Change the constitution in 1966 by staging a coup. It is that a false constitution that we are battling with now.
So people can speak it very well.
And that's what you want to get rid of. They won't get it off easily. Mind you, freedom is never granted. It's fought for. And you should be prepared to fight for it. By all means. My Igbo brothers, I am not satisfied with your support. Oh, I'm telling you openly. Your people have not put your money as God has given you into this fight. Those of us who are supporting you are poor, we are church, poor church rats.
Say it more loudly.
We are not. South, Middle Belt, Southwest, those who are supporting you from those areas, we are supporting you very well. But we are the weak. We didn't steal any money to spend. Tell your people to come out and give me. OBI should not suffer because of money about this election. We are not going to bribe anybody. We don't want your money to bribe. We want your money to you to mobilize.
Mazu, did you see what he said to Iwaya Wudiabi?
Very wonderful.
I wanted to.
It is an indictment on the Igbo billionaires and millionaires.
Brothers, it's when my mama born me, no Igbo man don't talk the way this man talk upon my for Mazen Nandekano.
No,
I
I
mean,
wanted to,
Erasmus, go on.
yes, you know,
Barbarian human beings.
if you have always followed my presentation, I've always said that Peter Obi was brought in by the Caliphate North and the British to distract Biafrans.
100%. I agree with you.
Peter Obi knew from the onset that he was not contesting to be president of Nigeria. That is what I believe. And I've given so many reasons why I believe that. Before Peter Obi jumped to Labour Party, he went to UK. And before he went to UK, Okwadike and the rest Southern leaders did a meeting and made an official publication that they were going to join the breakaway from Nigeria if one of the main political parties, that was what they stated, one of the main political parties, which was PDP and APC, do not give them tickets. Suddenly, Peter Obi came back from UK, probably under the instruction of Britain, in collaboration with Caliphate, and jumped ship to Labour Party. Okwadike now came back and made another decision and say, oh, at least we have our brother in Labour Party. But that was not what he said at the initial stage. Now, it's getting glaring again. This man has said it clearly that they want ATIKU to win. And now let's us go back and check the antecedent of ATIKU and Peter Obi. Everything that Obi has said about Peter Obi, about ATIKU. What is it showing? From what I can see, I don't know if everybody is seeing what I'm saying. It's like Peter Obi is working for ATIKU Abubakar. That's what I can see.
He said I'm boss. He didn't understand. I'm boss.
So, for what I'm seeing, it's like Peter Obi
Brother
is working for ATIKU Abubakar. Yeah.
Brother, do you remember a rumor that was going around the social media and in the Nigerian media houses, electronic and all the rest of them, that Peter Obi wants to form an alliance with ATIKU?
Yes. No, that somebody wants to step down, something like that. Whether alliance or step down, something.
He wants to step down for ATIKU.
Yeah, and some people now twisted it and said it was ATIKU that want to step down for Peter Obi. But from everything that is playing out now, you can see it clearly. It's like Peter Obi is actually working for ATIKU Abubakar. So just to deceive Biafra, because almost most of the people that you see using Biafra, using the Kanu, suddenly started using Peter Obi. So that's the distraction. What we must do, because for me, I do not just believe in just naming problem. I believe in naming solution. What do we do? What we have to do is to double our efforts. If we have been putting 10%, we need to put in 70% right now to ensure that we stop the election from taking place. Because if it takes place, ATIKU will be the next president. So let's stop it, the election from taking place in Biafraland. Oduduwa should wake up as well. Stop the election from taking place in your land. Let there be constitutional crisis. They will take it from there.
Yeah, there is something. There is something I would like to add here, brother. Hold on. You see,
who is talking?
Brother Max.
Okay, Max, quickly go on.
Go ahead.
No. Greetings. Please, can we see something that has not happened before? When have we seen British High Commissioner campaigning for a candidate? You see that they want to deceive Biafrans by bringing Catholic coming to Biafraland to campaign for Peter Obi. That alone should tell us that they just want to use Peter Obi to stop election. Britain have chosen the candidate already, which is ATIKU. I'd rather die on my feet than living on my knees. Justice Mary Odele. It's better to stay alone than to live in a perpetual slavery. I rest my case.
Max,
So,
go on.
Yeah, what I wanted to say, you see, our people do not know how the caliphate operates. They have sat down and visualized everything and how this election is going to go. They know that PDP's stronghold is in the south. Then they instigated Peter Obi. P2B is going to disrupt the vote of the PDP in the South and the South. In fact, entire South. North has the majority. And the North will not vote Jagaban. They will never vote Jagaban.
My brother, vote doesn't count.
They
Vote
will go.
count for
Yeah,
that
I'm coming.
country.
I'm coming there. I'm coming there, my brother. The person that they are going to install, let me use your word, installation, not voting now. The person that they are about to install is someone from their own. The first video you played was the brother to Dati. He said they cannot. Even if they are vice, they will continue to rule Nigeria and control Nigeria like they used to control Nigeria from the beginning. And who gave them the audacity to speak the way they are speaking today is the Southern politicians. If Awolowo, like Pa Adebanjo said, and Zik did the needful as at that time, there will be referendum clause in the constitution that anybody that is feel cheated will opt out through a plebiscite. They didn't do it. Our people continues to ignore the quest for our people to get free from these people. As long as this continues, we will never be free from these people unless this generation that God in his mercy has seen in NNAMDI Kanu to sensitize our people and brought out people like you, all of you, to pass the information, the gospel of the restoration of Biafra. If we don't, if we slack, the prophecy and what Major General Hassan Kassina, Major General Hassan Kassina said that there is no son of Biafraland that's supposed to be alive. Today, if you allow them, they will implement it and implement it to the letter.
Let me quickly say this. Now, I don't know. Has anybody wondered why no Northerner, nobody from the Northern Caliphate has ever raised a concern why? You know that the I think secretary to Northern Elders Forum is that is a brother, elder brother.
And I want him to speak now.
Now, wait. The question is, have you seen any core person from the Caliphate challenging Dati? That is elder brother. That why can he be holding that position? Yes, because on a normal day, that position can automatically be used to influence the election for OBI, right? For a brother.
Yes.
But have you seen anybody? Have you seen ATIKU camp complain of why should this man be holding this position?
The reason why is why we must listen to him now.
Okay. Because they know
Nigeria, the way we have.
Yes.
Is there?
Yeah, you can play it.
Nigeria, the way we have led Nigeria before. Whether we are president or vice president or whatever, we will lead Nigeria. Not because we are better than anybody else, but because if you are doing a democratic game, the votes say vote who you want. We have the majority of the votes. Why do we need to accept a second-class position when we can fight for and get a first-class position? Why? Why does anybody need to threaten us and cajole us and intimidate us? If you don't bring the presidency here, you will see. Okay, let's see. We are willing to see. But when we get that power...
So, as waiting, you want talk?
What I want to talk, I don't say my problem.
Okay, wait. Never finish us with your problem. No, as you see, let me tell you something.
I rest my case. I respect you so much. I rest my case.
One thing we must all know is that everything in this life must go through process. You cannot jump into anything. Anything you jump into, you must jump out. You go into everything with strategies. You have to plan. It's true they are killing us every day, but if you jump come out now, they go kill you, join them. Who go day back, come
Bros, I
plan?
know verse. We there alive. We there alive. This one why they not alive. Wait, bros, this one why they now alive.
Eze, relax, calm down, relax.
No, bros, they say the children of God suffer violence, and the violence was not taken by
Eze, we have everything we need in standing no election. We stand on election.
I don't want to offend anybody, but let me say something very clearly. Let me say something very clearly. Now, when it comes to security, when it comes to what you want to do, we know your capability. We believe in your capability. It is not on social media. You are close. Everybody is close to. I have direct number to Ugo. I can discuss with you.
Bro, sorry to cut you. I call bros Ugo today. In no grip.
My people, let me tell you, from my own perspective and experience, before, I'm talking based on if war is inevitable, there are some certain things that you have to put in place to go after it. And when you plan very well, the execution is going to be fruitful. From my own side, we don't go into a war unprepared. If you look at what happened in the past, we must learn from the past. The reason why Mazen NNAMDI Kanu had everything to say, let's go to war. He did not. He started by passing information, begin to sensitize people, but the interest of so many people. Even in the north today in Bauchi, when he was out there broadcasting, people in Bauchi were listening to him. I told you again, I want to remind you that I have a particular man, one of my boys. He is resigning now. He's in Lagos in an orientation camp where they are preparing them to fit into civil life. He is from Niger State. He told me that the Igbo people and the Biafra does not know who they have in Mazen NNAMDI Kanu or what they have in Mazen NNAMDI Kanu. When he was serving as well, active, he was listening to Mazen NNAMDI Kanu. Mazen NNAMDI Kanu had every right that time to say, Biafrans, let's go to war, full force, FSMO, full-scale marching order. But he didn't do that. He was busy preparing us. He had prepared us. Unfortunately, they kidnapped him. The only spokesperson now that we have is Simon Ekpa. We must support Simon Ekpa and listen to the instructions from this man. Mazi Simon Ekpa, if you must know, is not working alone. There is the Spirit of God that is pushing him. The Spirit of God has enveloped him. Let us listen and work gradually. Plan this. When we plan it, we'll go into it. If war is inevitable, there are two things, plan A and plan B. As we are asking for peaceful exit, we are also planning for other things, which you cannot say here on the social media. Because once your enemy begin to know your tactics, they will begin to know how to counter you. So we must listen and go along. We don't want to engage these people, in the manner that you are talking. I know your blood is hot, but we were there.
Mazugo, can I call you tomorrow?
Just a moment. No problem.
Hello? Ugo, can I just add something?
I will call you tomorrow, please.
Just a moment.
You must go and listen to Simon Ekpa, who is doing a very fantastic job. Very great job that Simon Ekpa is doing. Very, very, absolutely fantastic job that he's doing. You must listen to him. and share his videos accordingly. Very, very important. He is bringing a new dimension to this very awareness that we are making, and you must listen to him. Very, very important.
Okay. Who wanted
Hello,
to?
go. Yeah,
Okay.
can I quickly add something?
Go on.
Yeah. Now, let me quickly say this, for everybody listening. My preference will be that this situation that we have right now can be resolved without going to any war. If war becomes inevitable, then that is fine. But my preference would be, first of all, to navigate it without having to go through any war. And if you have been following Nnamdi Kanu, and if you have followed the footsteps of Sam Ekpa, you see that they are working on the same principle. The first principle is trying to avoid war, because at the end of the day, if there is war, there will be a lot of casualties on both sides. A lot of people will die. So the best way is it possible to avoid it? If it is possible, try all the options. When it becomes inevitable, that's when you go that route. It's not just to jump into this because you want to know. We are not interested in freedom because we just want to fight. No, we want freedom. So that's the option Nnamdi Kanu took, and that's why he started sensitizing. He started with the core Igbos. From the Igbos, he moved to the coastal region. He added coastal region, sensitizing everybody. He added people like us. We joined. He did not stop there. He started with insults of Oduduwa people. He insulted them, then he subpoenaed, and they joined. He started with Middle Belt and Hausa. Remember, before they kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu, Hausa people have started calling into Nnamdi Kanu's program. Indigenous Hausas. The reason why Nnamdi Kanu was doing all of this was not because he was playing. What he was doing, he want to do it in such a way that every indigenous Nigeria will rise up against the caliphate. It becomes easier. Then the concentration and the attention will not be on Biafra. That will reduce the casualty, and that may even stop the war from happening totally. That's the goal. If you don't know, that's the goal. And that's exactly what Sam Ekpa is following.
That is exactly what I am saying as well.
Yes, that's the best way to go. And that's why, if you notice that I always defend the Niger Delta, I always defend any name they want to call themselves, forget. Even the Middle Belt, I'm telling them to wake up. The reason why I'm doing saying all of this is because it becomes easier. You don't want the attention to be focused on Southeast. You want a station where every region will rise up on their own. Oh, Southeast is just going to be the head, and every region will now rise. Now, if every region rises, the caliphate will see that it's over. Because if you look at the military, who are the people who are in the military? You have, after the majority are the core north, after the core north, you have the Middle Belt, then you have the Yorubas. If the Yorubas make up in their mind to say, oh, we are leaving, are you going to tell me that the Yoruba military generals will start shooting their people? No. So if that happens, automatically there will be no war, because the Fulani will see that they cannot fight the war because they will lose. The Britain will advise them against it. And that's the best way to go. It's not just to say, oh, let us go, I want to go home, I want to go and fight. No, wisdom. Wisdom. You need wisdom in this kind of situation. You need restraint. If you must take any decision, very calculative, and that's why Sam Ekpa is my man. He knows what he's doing.
I have been saying this all over and all over again, because I was in the system.
Please, the video I sent to you now.
At the same time, if you prepare your
video, hold on.
Breaking news.
Hold on, I beg. Which video be that? Waiting there inside the video.
One hungry person will go back where they don't give money, go climb pole from there.
So say if I put that kind of thing here, they go lock my station. Everybody is being careful now. I know, but although the video didn't come out, but from the statement, where you put there, no say 9, because 9 they fly everywhere today. Okay, I don't see the video. No, I no go put them my back. Where person commit suicide, I no go put them here. Okay. Please, before we go on, I would like, people are asking that they want to call. I will put their phone number so that they will participate as well. So anybody that have anything to say, go on and say it. So Mazi Onyekachi,
yes, sir.
2 minutes.
Okay, sir. At the same time, all the last two speakers have spoken well. our leader, when they interviewed him several times, he said he can disintegrate Nigeria with truth without going to war. And again, if war is inevitable, no, option. When your enemy is trying to do it are not buying peace approach, you don't have to sit back for war. When the peace is inevitable, like you previously said, then we take it that way because we must not our freedom. Is come what may. I said before, we'll get our freedom. Thank you.
Anybody want to say something again?
You see, today, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Do you know that they wanted to set up an emirate in Aba today, Abia State? They wanted to coronate an emir today. Are you aware, Ugo?
I wasn't aware.
In Abia State, Aba.
Is he alive?
I am not aware.
I am telling you the truth. The governor had to immediately send out a statement that anybody planning this should stop it immediately. It's on Igwe TV.
Yeah. I saw it, but it cannot happen. That is the last thing we will see in Abia, in my mother's ancestral home. If you go to, listen, my people. There is a place, for those of you that know Obo Hill very well, there is a place they call Waterside. In that Waterside, very close to Enyimba Hotel, that is in Comatose now. I don't know whether they have fixed it or not, because it's been a long time I've been there. There were this cattle market that was there before. The people challenged, protested, and they moved them from there. In Abia State now, you cannot move cattle on road in Abia State, especially in Aba, Umuahia area. I don't know of Umuahia, but especially in Aba. Where they put them now is in a place they call Okwa local government. If you are going to Port Harcourt, if you are going to move your cattle now in Aba, the Aba people did it. You will put it inside a truck and transport it, roaming with cattle in Aba main city, Enyimba city. It's a no-no to Aba people. So emirate in Aba, my mother's hometown, it can be described as impossible. They will try.
I will send you the press statement for the governor.
See, yeah, they will try. They will try, but they will not do it. You remember what happened in Edo State also? When one of them went to Abuja and collected a certificate of recognition, landed in a Delta airport, also going to Edo State or something like that. Did the people accepted it? No, they did not accept it. They destroyed it there, and the man was begging. You see, the time has passed when these people will begin to play this prank on us. If Governor Okezikwazu happens to do that, then he's gone. I know my people, he's gone. Aba know they carry last too. Ngwa people, they own Aba, they know they carry last. Thank you.
Okay, I think we should be receiving calls from now. Let's receive calls. So meanwhile, if you want to say anything, you can say. If call comes in, you stop. So Biafrans, the line is open. Yes, go on, my dear.
I forwarded the link to you. The news.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you.
So, Ugo, this call I received today, I don't know whether it is in regards of the video I sent to you.
You said?
The video I sent to you today, was it in regards of the call that you made?
No. The call when I called you.
Yes.
No. I wanted to ask you something.
Okay.
I just forwarded it now.
Yeah, I will look for it
now. Oh, these people want to install Emir in Abia. These Fulani people are mad.
Indeed, they are mad. They are mad. You know, they would try. They would try everything. They would try everything, my brother. But once they hit the rock, they will go back like snail. That is how they are. But if they see this kind of lukewarmic attitude in you, then they will not come in. That is, they are testing the waters, but they will not work in Ngwaland. Ngwaland, they will not allow them to do that.
So this man, Okezi, also stop them.
Hello. Okezi Bazo should know. One moment. Okezi Bazo know that if he try that, people go chop him alive. Abia no be Bini now. Hello, go on, Mazi.
All hell autopilot.
Waiting they don't know, pass them.
Auto water. And thank you, my brothers. Thank you for your good work. But please, mostly brother go. I want to beg you for something, please.
Yeah.
Something very, very important.
Yeah.
Brother go, if you look at now, you see that your platform now is almost only the platform we are using. Mazuko, don't allow anybody to come and destroy this platform now. Because why I'm saying this thing, to be honest with you, I will tell you the truth. Since this broadcast started today, I will not tell you that I learned anything. Since today, all we are arguing here is whether to go work, whether to go home, whether to do this thing. This is what they have been asking our leader for years. Our leader have been saying this thing. This is what they have been asking Simon for years. Someone have been saying this thing. Now they come to your own platform again.
Okay, Mazi, sorry to interrupt you. I beg, we have to go off now. Simon is live, so we have to join Simon. So we are going off to join Simon now. So everybody, thank you so much. We have to end the program now. Thank you.
God bless you all. God bless you all.